guys, it's Joanne from 15 Spatulas, and today we are doing some fall baking. It's time for pumpkin. I wait all year for pumpkin. We are going to make pumpkin roll cake. This is adapted from a Libby's recipe, so you can either use fresh or canned pumpkin. It's a spongy pumpkin cake rolled with a cream cheese buttercream frosting. And if you've never made a rolled cake before, this is probably the easiest one that you could make. It's a great one to start with. Let me show you how to make it. Start with 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour in a bowl, then add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground allspice, 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground ginger, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Whisk this all together to combine and distribute the spices and leavening. In another bowl, add 3 large eggs, break the yolks up with a whisk, and mix this together a little bit. Then stream in 1 cup of granulated sugar as you whisk. Mix for about 30 seconds until the mixture is thick like this. Add 2/3 of a cup of pumpkin, either canned or fresh, and whisk this in until smooth and incorporated. Add the dry ingredients to the wet and whisk this together until combined. And I always like to stop using the whisk toward the end and switch to a spatula to incorporate the rest of the flour so I don't overstir. Pour the batter onto a silicone mat lined baking sheet. I did not grease this at all. And spread it out into a rectangle as evenly as you can. Then pop this into a 375 Fahrenheit oven and bake for 13 minutes until the cake springs back when touched. While the cake is still warm, move the mat off of the baking sheet, sprinkle the top with confectioner's sugar, and top with a piece of baking paper or parchment paper. Place a baking sheet or any other flat surface on top, get your hand underneath the cake and flip it over. Now you can peel back the silicone mat to release the pumpkin cake. You want to go slowly here so you don't tear it. Then take the baking paper and gently roll up the pumpkin cake. Doing this while the cake is warm will give the cake a kind of muscle memory, so it reduces the chance of cracking later on. Now let this cool. To make the filling, add a cup of confectioner's sugar to a stick of softened butter and a block of softened cream cheese. Add a splash of vanilla, and whip this together with a hand mixer until smooth and fluffy. Unroll the cake and make sure it's not warm anymore, else the frosting will melt. And spread the filling on top as evenly as you can, leaving a border at the edges because the frosting will spread as you roll it up. Then take the end of the cake and gently roll it up. And if it cracks a little bit, that's all right. Roll cakes are actually very forgiving. Now take the rolled cake and wrap it back up in the baking paper and refrigerate this for an hour so the filling can firm up. Then you can trim the edges of the cake and cut it into slices. And you can dust the top with some confectioner's sugar if you'd like. I think it looks a little bit nicer, and it's ready to enjoy. This is so beautiful. Let's give this a taste. Pumpkin. This tastes and smells like fall. We did not skimp on the spices here, which is the only way to do it with pumpkin, if you ask me. And the buttercream's really nice because it doesn't compete with the pumpkin. It really complements it nicely. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to make this recipe, and if you did, let me know with a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.